Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I am in Corona del Mar at Inspiration Point looking over the ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. Early in the morning, start my day and show you guys this beautiful spot. So much is happening with the economy that I want to cover with you guys, and just a huge amount of retail problems. And before I do, please take a second, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, we're trying to catch the economic ninja. We're moving forward. We got 241,000 subscribers right now, and we're closing the gap. Every day we're getting closer to the economic ninja. So help support Operation Ninja. And for those of you new to the channel, I am a connective marketer and run medical conferences and startup conferences here in Southern California. It's like the third largest conference in the state that I run. And but I help people not only raise money, but also just connect and get the right partners. Everybody thinks when they're a startup, oh, we need money, we need money. Sometimes you need manufacturing, sometimes you need a sales force, sometimes you need somebody to make the product for you and distribute it. It's a lot of different things that people need that could solve a lot of problems for them, but that's what I do. So join us, a lot of man on the street type stuff, but I live in one of the most beautiful places in the world that I like to share with people. So first things first, you know, everybody tells me retail's dead, and we see it no matter where you live, that retail, you know, businesses have closed over the course of the last 2 years, and this is only going to escalate and get worse. Now, with that being said, you have to look at everything that's going on in the economy, and does it affect us? Because it does. And all these warning signs, man, this is stunning today. You got to see this. Look at this. Look at how big these waves are out here. That is just... that is absolutely breathtaking. You got the police helicopter out in the holiday. But think about this. We all know businesses are going to close. Your favorite pizza shop, you know, the hair salon, the nail salon, some of the small hardware stores, just the small liquor stores, things like that are just done, and it's only going to get worse right now. Let's just park it here for a minute. But think about this. Amazon has just announced, so everybody says, Dan, Amazon's going to sell everything. That's where everybody's going to buy everything. Well, not so fast. Amazon just announced that they're closing and not going to build 24 distribution centers. Well, that's huge, guys. They're going to stop construction and not move forward with that. Well, why is that? Well, really simple. People are not purchasing what they did online, and Amazon sees the writing on the wall with this. Look at this, guys. This is just, whoa. This is insane. So think about this. An Amazon distribution center, you know, the average one, the smallest one hires 1,500 people. So that's 36,000 people, adults, that will not have jobs as a result of this decision to close these 24 distribution centers. If you don't think that we are headed for an economic downturn unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime, you're kidding yourself. So, oh, Dan, you know, you guys can't have it both ways. You can't tell me one day, you know, oh, Amazon's going to sell everything, you know, and then I get people that say Amazon sucks, I only go retail. Okay, well, guys, we're going to experience something that we've never experienced before, and that's going to be so many stores completely go out of business over the course of, I think between now and the end of the year, the next 4 months, you're going to see crazy stuff happen between now and the end of the year. You're going to see major retailers like Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's absolutely tragic about what happened to their CFO over the weekend. But the writing is on the wall. The pressure of business with these people and the lies and the absolute game of Jenga that these people are playing is insane. You can ignore all these warning signs, but what is very apparent is that business is shifting forever. Business is changing. People's spending habits are changing. People are not just willy-nilly spending money like they used to. and you're starting to see major changes when it comes to, retail spending habits. But Amazon, to do this, the trajectory of their growth is not like this anymore, guys. It's like this. And if it plateaus anymore, you're going to see people get laid off more and more from Amazon. So this is absolutely staggering that we're seeing it like this. This is just beautiful down here on the walkway. Tide's in a lot too, which is kind of cool, because normally you have people out here right in where my hand's pointing. Like with that woman standing, you could normally lay a towel out there and not be hit by the waves. So it's really rare to see it like this. But just beautiful, in the morning. And here's the one thing is you got all this crazy real estate here on the side of the cliff. All this stuff. Like this guy that's got his own staircase down to the beach. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But look at everything. Look at energy prices right now. We're experiencing such a heat wave right now. This ridiculous state that I'm standing in is telling people to conserve energy. And what if you're in a nursing home? What if you're elderly? What if you have an ailment that you have to have air conditioning on all the time? Well, don't do that. Conserve energy. Don't have your air conditioning on. That's unbelievable that they're doing this to people right now. Now, Europe is, going to have energy prices that are absolutely going to continue to skyrocket over the course of the next 6 months, and they're going to have an anticipated harsh winter, just like we're having. It's going to be an anticipated harsh winter for us. Let me get a better shot of the beach for you guys while the waves are just crashing. With that being said, guys, you're going to start to see crazy things when it comes to energy. You're going to start to see these smart meters that I'm totally against these things, guys. I've told you guys time and again not to let the power company control it, because what they would do is they'll shut you off, just like they did those 22,000 houses in Colorado. And everybody says 22,000 people. It's not 22,000 people. It's 22,000 households. You know that there's houses with 8 people, some with 1, some with 2, some with 4, but it's a heck of a lot more than 22,000 people got affected by that. Now, what's going to happen with Europe with these energy problems? Who knows? They're thinking about maybe there'll be a new bailout because they're going to have a new prime minister. Who knows? Who knows? Okay? But again, you can't live your life with a bailout. You can't live your life with a stimulus check. It's insane to do that. We're seeing real estate absolutely starting to crater in hot markets like we've never seen before. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but the house that was for sale up on top of the hill for $24 million, somebody told me that the house is in bankruptcy now and that they owe $18 million to the developer. Who knows if that's true or not, but we'll get a shot of that before we head out of here. So, guys, this is a time in our lives unlike anything that any of us are alive have lived through. And you have to prepare yourself and get yourself ready and understand that things will not be the same going forward. And if you are aware of this, you're okay. You have to have distrust in the banks. You have to understand that the banks could fold and go upside down regardless of what we're told, because horrible things are happening right now. And again, have multiple banks. That's my thing. Also, look at credit unions as an alternative, because they have to give you the financial status of where they're at, and they're insured. They have a different insurance than the FDIC, but the FDIC is telling us that they have 99 years to pay out. So if they went bankrupt, and they owed you your $249,000 you had in your account, they could pay you in up to 99 years. So it's maddening, guys. It's too much. Way too much. People are starting to congregate down here. But just a beautiful spot. The airlines, Labor Day weekend, absolute debacle, absolutely upside down, absolutely not an efficient business. Think about this. We gave them over $50 billion of our tax money, guys. $50 billion. And what kind of service do we get out of that? Nobody demanded this. Nobody said, hey, wait a second, you're going to get everybody on time, you have to give the money back. And these executives just scoff at us and just make fun of us, and we're all stupid and we're all idiots. It's very rare to see waves down here, so over the course of this week, we have a really big swell coming in, and you're going to start to see waves. But look at that. It's just beautiful, guys. They had National Cinema Day over the weekend, and it was an absolute hit. What they did was they had $3 movie tickets, and I don't know if anybody took advantage of that, but it was such a huge hit, guys. They had $24 million in ticket sales from the $3 tickets. 8.1 million people bought movie tickets. Now, movies are dead, Dan. We hate the movies. La la la. Whatever. I hate baseball. I hate football. I hate life. You have to do something to entertain yourself. And I'm always curious as to what you guys do. So let me know what that is. But right now, that's what you're seeing is that 8 million people went to the movies on Saturday and used those $3 tickets. So share your thoughts and all this stuff. I love hearing people's market predictions. I just do. I do this, I share them with you guys. I read these things. But there's a great article that's got 5 doomsayers, as they call them, for where the market's headed. Harry Dent, Rubini, Robert Kiyosaki, Jeremy Grantham, and of course Michael Burry, talking about the end of the world when it comes to the stock market and how you need to prepare for this. Read that article below because it's fun and it's good. And again, I can't wait. I want to get Bob on the channel that I had lunch with this last week, and Bob's a market guy who's like, hey Dan, you gonna make money if the market's up, if it's down, or if it's just going sideways. So we'll try to get Bob in the next couple weeks. But you have to take this stuff seriously, guys, because it's just getting hairy right now. And Europe has said that they're going to bail out certain companies. If people have margin calls, they're going to help people with that. They're going to stop selling derivatives. Read that article too, because it's crazy, because they know that energy is going to kill everything. You've got pubs that are basically the world's oldest pub, cannot afford the electricity to run the place. And the owners complain, listen, what I pay here and what I pay at my house are two different things. But you have to have the lights on here. You can't let people sit in the dark. You've got to have refrigeration. And it's outrageous to where we can't sell things. Now, I told you guys about that chicken restaurant I went to where this nice restaurant had all the prices written in chalk, because that's the state of things. Instead of sitting there and re-changing the board and reprinting it and redoing everything, it's happening on a daily basis. A daily basis right now. Now, inflation is such a problem that last year we saw the largest increase in Social Security, 5.9%. And think about this, guys. Everybody was like, oh, isn't that great? Grandma got more money. No, it's not enough money, guys. Grandma didn't get enough. The $100 that she got, the $1,800 a year, was nothing. It didn't keep up with anything that she's purchasing. And in January, the COLA, cost of living adjustment, they say is going to be the biggest in history. It's going to be the absolute biggest ever. But why is that? Because inflation is higher than it's ever been. So Grandma's going to get more money than ever, and she's entitled to it. But guys, before you start celebrating this and acting like it's a big deal, it's not, because it's not enough money to keep up with where things are at, where they're going, and the problems that people are having right now. So, inflation. The other thing with real estate that I love is here in Southern California, you get a lot of areas that are really nice. They got good school districts, freeway close, good communities, safe. So they take these houses and literally build what they call McMansions, which are these huge monstrosities inside of a neighborhood that you may have single-story houses, and all of a sudden you're driving by and you're getting these huge two-story houses. Well, the problem with that is the money that's been spent, and the money for these houses has gone up so much that the McMansion and what $1 million buys you right now is nothing. And this is happening around the rest of the country where people, you know, think about this. $1 million used to be, wow, Jeff bought $1 million house. That house is insane. Look at this, guys. That's insane. Just beautiful, just stunning. Now, nobody's swimming on this side. That's not safe, to say the least, with all the rocks and everything. But just absolutely beautiful. So, back to my story. $1 million used to be the number, used to be the thing that would get you something really nice. Now, here it buys you a tract house. It doesn't buy people what it used to buy them around the country. And it's a huge problem, massive problem right now. And as real estate starts to turn, you're starting to see price adjustments on these things in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it is going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because right now, with the average price of a house being $435,000, you know, you get a nice 2-3 bedroom house, nice neighborhood, new, you know, it's decent. Doesn't buy a condo here. You cannot buy a condo here. In Compton, the cheapest house right now, I think it's just over 1,000 square feet. And I saw an ad where it was $567,000. Okay? It's not a good neighborhood. That's all I gotta say. Okay? So we're starting to see cracks in this, and you're starting to see communities absolutely fall apart as far as the pricing, as far as everything. But $1 million doesn't get you what it used to get you, to say the least. Share your thoughts on all this stuff, and let me know. It's early and it's very hot out here, which we normally don't get at the beach. It's just really, really blazing hot. Now, a couple things around the world that you have to look at. There are aluminum companies that manufacture aluminum smelting plants that are not making aluminum right now. They're going to cease operation because of the energy costs and because of the problems with delivering the product. Okay? So aluminum's going to be, there's going to be a shortage of aluminum manufactured. That's one. The second one is Europe is just talking about closing the steel plants right now. Well, that's, again, guys, no steel. Think of everything that's made with steel, Dan. Okay, guys, come on, man. This is just getting to be a global economic collapse before our eyes. Okay, that nobody wants to look at. It's going to be fine. It's fine in my neighborhood. North Carolina is beautiful. I keep hearing North Carolina. So, okay, so it's beautiful in North Carolina, guys. Now, the next thing is a great article from Michael Snyder, who's talking about what if you had to relive the horrors of 2008 all over again. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to deal with the economic downturn? Are you ready to deal with the loss of employment, the loss of jobs, the real estate prices just completely collapsing? Are you ready for that? Oh yeah, Dan, I'm an investor. I'm ready to buy. Okay. You're going to see things this time that are going to be so much worse than 2008, because the one thing that they did to fix it last time was to lower interest rates, and they're not going to be able to lower interest rates this time. And you can talk about how after the midterms, Dan, I get people that tell me how they're going to lower interest rates and everything's going to be fine and there's nothing to worry about. It's absolutely ridiculous right now, to say the least. So, you know, share your thoughts and all this stuff, but this is getting serious. But the idea of living through the horror of 2008, guys, everybody I know with any sense, anybody I know with any money, anybody I know who has a business that employs over a dozen people thinks that we are headed for something that's going to be, something we haven't seen in over 100 years, which is going to be a depression. So get yourself ready for this, guys, because, if you prepare, if you have food, if you have money outside the banks, if you have silver, if you have gold, if you have things that will protect you in the future, you're going to be ahead of the game. What's the worst thing that happens, guys? You pay your bills off. You have physical assets that can be used for cash. Oh, okay. I for one think that we're going to see silver absolutely spike here in short order. And I think that gold's going to just go through the roof myself, but that's me. And again, eventually we have to see reality in the markets where the stock market becomes real and the hedges against inflation like gold are going to be real. And then all you crypto maniacs can sit there and tell me when crypto's going to be the thing that's going to step forward. Now, here's something fascinating. Bob told me that we were talking about this. The crypto miners, how do they get taxed on crypto mining? Well, you don't, Dan, because it's yours. It's yours. You created it for free and you don't have to pay taxes on that. You're kidding yourself. You are kidding yourself. Because the crypto miners, think about this. When you sell that or transfer, not transfer, when you sell it, it's 100% income. 100%. So based on how long you've held it is how much tax you have to pay. Is it a short-term gain or a long-term gain? Is it regular taxes or is it 20% for capital gains? So fascinating stuff, guys, but you're going to see more and more and more crypto taxing in the future. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. Yep. And let's cover a little bit more. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And it is getting really hot out here, guys. It just really is. Can't avoid it. But first things first, think about this. In the last week, okay, we have seen 11,000 houses for sale in Vegas. But here's the thing. Around the country, 20% of all house listings, 20% have faced a price reduction. Isn't that interesting? 20%. Now, another bank in trouble, which is an investment bank, which is Credit Suisse, is going to lay off 5,000 people. 5,000 adults are going to lose their job from Credit Suisse, and it's a huge problem. Now, they're scandal plagued, and they've got other issues other than just being banking imbeciles, but huge problem for Credit Suisse and for their poor employees that are going to suffer as a result of this. Now, the final thing is, during economic downturns, certain things do really well. One of them is makeup. Think about this. Sephora, all the other makeup stores, average sales are up 17%. And women are not going without spending the money on makeup. So you're seeing things like places like Macy's and Kohl's, their makeup departments are killing it right now because people want to save a little money, but they don't want to go without. So, I can make a bunch of jokes here and I won't because it'll get people really angry. But anyways, people are spending the money on makeup right now and not going without. And we saw this last time during the last downturn. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget there's an email list that you can join. The link is below. And if you want more exclusive content, there is Patreon that you can sign up for. And also, guys, we're at 241,000. Help us, catch the economic ninja. He's a good guy, but he needs to be beaten, okay? Every now and then. One of the largest financial channels on YouTube, arguably, gets millions of views every month. And we need to catch him, okay? So help me. Operation Ninja's underway, and you can help me. So onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.